Alright guys, we are one more match away from ending off the versus remake session, and then we could just finish up the last few survival videos, and then, well, we can really start off the Transformers one. Well, I know I did Can Optimus defeat Galactus, and that was a remake of an original video, but yeah, let's actually talk about this here. Arceus versus Odin. We will not be using current Odin, quite obviously here, not only is because this Odin is dead, but even if we use before he died here, he's absolutely weak. Like, I'm sorry, he ain't built like that no more. He's far past that. But we'll be using his old iteration. Let's talk about it. So Odin back in the day here was an absolute monster. Easily out-of-versal entity. I would still say he's an out-of-versal entity even when he's weakened, but to a certain degree. He does not have the same power as he used to. You see, Odin has the full totality of the Odin Force in this one, which was known to be able to be a threat to all of Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil contains the 9 realms, which actually function on a quantum level and are all infinite-sized universes. This tree, known as Yggdrasil, obviously, pretty much contains all these 9 realms, and Odin is capable of threatening it. Now, keep in mind, Odin was also able to snuff a flame that also threatened the world tree as well here. So basically, he's easily able to affect multiple quantum level realms with infinite dimensional layers, right? However, we also know, thanks to Marvel's update here for the Yggdrasil here, Yggdrasil contains the power of the 8th cosmos. The 8th cosmos being a realm of various different concepts that are beyond the normal concepts of the main Marvel 616 continuity. You see, this realm actually contains various powers such as love, hope, happiness, and this actually allows users to one-shot beings on the same power level as Lifebringer Galactus. I know, it's crazy, ain't it? And keep in mind, Odin back in the day, from 10,000 BC, right, was fighting against Celestials on a normal basis and actually being able to cripple a few of them there. However, this was all fun and games until the final post came, and considering the sheer fact that he has been able to fight against characters like Zeth, Galactus, Zerter, obviously, that is his villain after all, and again, he should be able to harm the likes of the Phoenix Force. And in all honesty, considering he did beat Thanos, Thanos being confirmed someone who can actually kill the Phoenix Force, yeah, I think that should honestly just, put him up there as well here. And keep in mind, he would also scale above, if not slightly relative maybe, to Agamotto, depending on who you think is stronger in their prime here, with Agamotto actually being able to fight against Galactus. Crazy, ain't it? And, well, Galactus did fight him in his own realm, so you could say he had home turf advantage. But still, this is someone that Odin has fought alongside of, and was still one of the more powerful members of their BC Avengers team. So Odin should definitely be able to scale to this feat here, even if it's in his own realm. Because again, we are using an Odin in his prime, where he is stronger than his BC era. Now, Odin has basically every Haxan ability in the book, or at least just about here. He does have energy manipulation, matter and atomic manipulation. He also has telepathy, magic manipulation, or spell casting and stuff like that there. He's no Sorcerer Supreme, but he's got it. He's got omniscience, or nigh omniscience here, meaning that he is somewhat omniscient, and nigh omnipotence, meaning he has unlimited power, but he's very limited at the same time. I think that is the weird thing about omnipotence and nigh omnipotence. It's a slight difference between the two. But at the end of the day, yeah, Odin does possess this power, and obviously his spear Gundyr is just as powerful, being able to channel all that energy into destructive energy blasts. But now let's move on to Arceus. Arceus himself is also an out-of-versal entity. I don't think anyone should be able to complain about that here. However, the new lore for Arceus, thanks to the leaks and stuff here, we're not talking about the Hisuian Typhlosion leaks. It's just crazy. Even Octillery was getting some. Dear Lord. But Arceus was actually able to not only battle against, but defeat multiple Titans who were trying to contain his power. And yet, he still just grew past it and just defeated them all. Now, see, that's something I would love to see for the future. But anyway, Arceus should also scale above his children, both in their true forms and in their avatar-like states here. You see, the creation trio embody the various concepts of time, space, and reality. And in their true forms, they transcend that. Again, putting them at an universal level as well, because they transcend the concepts of time and space quite casually here. Arceus' realm that he created that houses his true form also exists beyond time and space. Now, Arceus would basically have every hacks in the book, from creation manipulation to reality warping, time, space, yada yada. He's got all that, okay? But due to his plates, all right, he is able to change his typing. And with this typing, he's able to gain access to every Pokemon move. So he doesn't have the standard 4 or 6. Yes, Ash and Snorlax can use 6 moves, so I don't want to hear that. He can use all of them. So if he turns himself into a grass type, right, he can use Giga Drain. And then turn himself into a rock type and use Stone Edge. A fire type and use Flamethrower. A ghost type and use Curse, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, Destiny Bond, you name it. He can use all of it. It's absolutely insane in my opinion. But here's the the funny thing about it, right? Arceus would also scale above 3 multiverses in the Pokemon cosmology, which are all infinite size. I might say, wait, legendary, what do you mean 3? Yeah, I found this out. So dreams in Pokemon count as another reality. Considering every human dreams, and even every Pokemon dreams, that was confirmed as well here, Arceus basically has an entire dimension dedicated to the concepts of imagination, where both Darkrai and Cresselia both manage both dreams and nightmares. And then you have Ultra Space, which is its own separate multiverse far beyond the level of the first one. And then the first Pokemon multiverse, which already has infinite realities and infinite possibilities in it. Crazy, ain't it? Then there's the conceptual Pokemon. The Lake Trio embody the concept of spirit. You already know about the Creation Trio and what they embody. Then there's Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde, who embody death, life, and balance. Quite interesting. So many conceptual beings that he just scales above, right? He would also scale above Rayquaza, who's able to contend against all these legendary Pokemon at once. This will also put him above Hopa as well, who's an absolute monster himself. And in the manga, he fought Base Groudon, Base Kyogre, Zekrom and Reshiram, and Regigigas in a 5-against-1 scenario. And was winning. Yeah, I find that crazy too, don't it? It's absolutely insane. So, with that being said here, and I think that it just kind of, is self-explanatory at this point here, that Arceus himself is an universal entity. Oh, and by the way, one of his plates, right, given to an average legendary Pokemon, pretty much puts them on a level to where only he can stop them. Because again, that is his power. It gave Heatran so much power, right, that he was able to punch through space and time together. Keep in mind, again, all of space and time is confirmed to be infinite within Pokemon by the writer. So, a single plate of Arceus granted a low-level legendary like Heatran the ability to punch through space and time like it was nothing. And it got so bad that Arceus had to come and stop him and get his plate back. Okay? So, again, let's wrap this up, right? Arceus has every hacks and ability in the book. All right? He's got all these forms of manipulations. Astral, magical, you name it. He's got it all. He's got telepathy, telepathic resistance, all that. Does not matter. He has also every moveset in Pokemon. From poison to fighting, to flying, to bug. He can even use all their status element abilities as well. So, without further ado, let's talk about it. Who wins more often than not? And I'm keeping a buck with y'all. Yeah, I got Arceus definitely winning this one here. And I think it's going to be a I hate to say it, but I would definitely say it is a low to mid difficulty, unfortunately. You see, the problem here is that Arceus is just packing way too many things here. Odin fires a blast at him, he could simply just nullify the blast. He tries to reality warp him, not really going to work, but okay. Arceus can just counter it with his own. Then it's the sheer fact that if we really get into it, Arceus has way too many abilities he can use. He could burn Odin, poison Odin. And again, keep in mind, these are much higher levels of the attacks you normally get. All right? He could drain Odin's energy, reverse any type of damage Odin does back onto him here, and just increase his durability. Because imagine him using things like bulk up and then an iron defense right on top of it. And keep in mind, he can keep the stats. That's God right there. There's no stopping that. Because again, he could just increase his attack potency to the where it just continuously overwhelms Odin, and then Odin is still suffering from an enhanced version of something like Toxic or Sludge Wave. Odin manages to get one final blast to damage Arceus for all he's done, right? And then boom, Arceus just returns it with a counter, a payback, or revenge, or something like that there. At the end of the day, I think Arceus just has way too many hacks and abilities to just start overwhelming Odin. But hey, that's going to be all today, you guys. Please comment down below, like and subscribe and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.